Someone told on my best days I look like hell. On my worst days I look like death. I don't know what everybody expects from me or what everybody wants from me. And I've been doing a lot with shit with how Nicole would want this, Nicole would want that. From a bunch of people that didn't really know her that well. Um, and you know, I knew Nicole. I obviously knew my wife and what she would want to have happen and what she would want after death. And it's probably been, I can't say probably, this has been the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my life, is to move on, move forward in a situation that I never wanted to have to live through. February 23rd at 10:15 a.m., my wife was pronounced dead at Holland Hospital. Our son made it. I told her once, I said, the greatest fear I have is losing you. I've realized my greatest fear in life now. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I don't know what point I'm trying to get across here. I'm just trying to say that all these people will spend all this time, all their lives, running from what I had or searching for what I had. People get afraid when they find what I had because they've been treated like crap or they've had a bad life. I can't tell you how fucking stupid that is. You can spend your life, thinking about all these things and, running from probably the best thing that'll ever happen to you, but in the end, all you're going to do is remember that you fucked up. This isn't directed at any particular person. It's just a revelation of what I've been through, because towards the end there, her and I were distanced, my wife and I, because of the pain she was in. She was not too nice of a person because of the pain. And I understand now why. I understand a lot of things I didn't understand before, and it's kind of common with something like this. This is just a log. I mean, I don't know anybody else that's gone through this. And Nichole was a very special person to me. First person I married out of choice. First person I was with, not out of desperation, but out of just wanting to be with somebody. And in return for my dedication and in return for that need, she stepped in with everything else. I was spoiled. I got taken care of like I was supposed to. If there was something I needed, she took care of it. If there was something I wanted, she took care of it. All I had to do was do my fucking job. All I had to do was be the man. Make a few decisions here and there. Most of the time not. Just go to work. I met Nichole November of 2011. Through actually an attempt to fix what was going on with my ex-wife. On a site called Plenty of Fish. I'm sure you've heard of it. Nichole and I had ran into each other a couple years earlier. 2006, I think it was, when she was staying at a hotel and pregnant with Audrey. I remember this because I'd walk her back and forth between work, and then one day she disappeared. Her mom had moved her home. Anyway, we started talking. Nichole was going through some shit. And I just kept talking to her. Eventually we met up out here in Hamilton, and the rest is history. She moved in with me March 31st, 2012, and we didn't spend a day apart after that, except for one. But it was less than 24 hours. Nichole was impulsive. Nichole thought with her gut. She thought with her heart. The world has lost a very great person. And I've lost my best friend. Um, Everybody wanted to know how I felt about this, and how's Alex doing? I'm not doing too great. Not today. I'm doing better than I was yesterday, and I will be doing better tomorrow than I am today. And the day-to-day process is never going to end. I've shut a lot of people out. I've kept a lot of people away from me because that's how I deal with this stuff. It's nothing personal. I mean, you tell me one person that you know that has went through what I just went through, and tell me that I'm doing this wrong, and I'll adjust. I'm spending a lot of time at home, spending a lot of time with my kids, because I missed the other two that we had that were taken from me. Anyway, just do me a favor, everybody. If I seem angry, I'm angry. If I seem hurt, I'm hurt. If I seem torn apart, I am. I keep it together because I'm pretending everything's okay when it's not. My secret with all of this is I am in pain daily, from the time I open my eyes until the time I go to bed. So don't look at me as cold-blooded or as a monster. Look at me as somebody that's used to being in pain. And I want to thank my wife, who's left this world, for one thing. That for 2 years, I didn't have to be in pain. For 2 years, I had that love that everybody looks for their whole life. For 2 years, I was part of something really, really special. Better than anything I had ever went through in my entire life. A person that really cared. You find that guy that's asking you where you are, telling you he doesn't want you drinking or smoking, wondering who you're with. Maybe you should realize for a minute that you've got something there. Maybe he gives a shit. Instead of the guy that's beating on you or pounding your head in or telling you where you're going to be. I know how a real relationship works because I just had one. So cherish the one you're with. Love them. Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Goodbye, Nicole. We'll meet again someday.